Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Adelina Syakinawaty Dongoran. My nickname is Ade. Now I will explain the conclusion of 3 videos about nonverbal communication. The 3 videos you can see in the description box. Okay, don't forget to watch the videos. Conclusion 1. Your general posture, gesture, are also known as body movement. Gesture can be used to convey something without having to say anything. Posture in general is the first clue to reveal a person's mood and it's one of the fastest ways to judge someone's feelings in just a few seconds. Example: first, from the way you stand or sit. If you sit or stand up straight while presenting an idea to your boss, this shows that you are confident and optimistic about what you are talking about. For example, like this, when we believe in our self, then our shoulders are straight up. But if you sit shouldered slightly, it could indicate that you are having problems or are tired at work. For examples, just like when we believe in ourselves, then our shoulders are down. Then example 2, you not in agreement. For example, like this. And shaking to say no, for example, like this. And you can also lift your chin when pointing at something. For example, like this. Two, facial expression emotion. Face is the most important area when we want to express emotion without words. Facial expressions are the most commonly used type of nonverbal communication. Example: first, a smile or angry expression alone can provide enough information from the other person. For example, from a smile, an angry. And 3, illustrator gesture. Gesture to emphasize words. When someone uses their hands, it means that it makes our attention clear in conveying something to someone. Example: first, the tree is very tall. Second, Honey thought of the way to answer this question. 3, the house is very big. 4. Voice tone and volume. A person can control the emotion, tone, and volume of this voice in certain situations. Example: the tone and volume of voice when excited and angry. One example: excited. Wow, you got a doll prize. And angry, why are you destroying my pants? Five, manipulator gesture. Manipulator gesture express emotional reactions to a situation. Example: rubbing eyes. 2, touch nose. 3, holding forehead. And 6, clothing and accessories. The way a person dresses gives clues about their personality. Example: first, when you are about to take a job interview test. 7, the secret in their eyes. The most important technical aspect of nonverbal communication in your gaze by looking at the intensity of your gaze, frequency of look, and eye dilation. We can determine whether a person is attracted to another person or not, and can determine dominant or not. Eyes are part of facial expression, but eyes reveal so much information to them. Example: first, roll our eyes. 2. Bulging eyes and signs of dislike or surprise. 8. Proxemics and interaction distance. Different cultures have different customs about how close people stand to each other when talking or just getting other. Proxemics is also about how our gestures reach other people during a conversation. 9. Costume and hand gesture or emblems. There are hand gestures with certain meaning that are given by culture or society. Hand gestures are an integral part of communication, especially if we are speaking in a foreign language. They are a great way to make sure we get our point across and support what we want to say. Many travelers will also use hand gestures as a means of nonverbal communication when traveling in countries where they do not speak the local language. Not understanding the meaning of gesture in different cultures can lead to misunderstanding, humiliations, and even violence. However, such hand gestures are a regular part of our daily communication habits. It is easy to make mistakes. 10. Our personal speech. Our living and word speech also provide nonverbal message, and that's why it's important to us to pay attention to our homes, office, gardens, that way someone indirectly what we don't like and we like. 11. Haptic and touching. Whatever the culture, there will always be people who like to touch other people and people hate being touched. First, haptic in discipline that studies the sense of touch. It is a form of verbal communication and they will communicate through touch. Second, touch or the haptic sense is very important to humans and provides information about surface and textures. 12. Physical reactions. When we talk about expressing emotion, there are the most difficult body language signals to hide. Example: when talking to someone suddenly sweating, hardness of breath, silhouette face, and so on. There are 4 main functions of nonverbal communication, namely 1. Aggressive communication is showing your mood or feelings. 2. Interpersonal communication, showing hostility in friendship in the fusion of fear. 3. Interaction adjustments, and it just keeps body language in control. The body language has color in it because it adds detail to what body language counts. Nonverbal communication is very important language. Nonverbal communication is more directed to the context of interaction with other people. This communication is always ignored unless noticed by the community. Therefore, it is very important for us to learn and know about nonverbal communication. Conclusion from my video or third video. Nonverbal communication is the communication in which we do not talk but express the message using various elements. Here are few examples of nonverbal communication. 1. Your gesture tell your character. Nonverbal communication can tell your mood, and it can help others interpret emotion. Your message can be conveyed in the form of action. For the example, the character first, second, third, 2. Body appearance matters. Our body communicates even though without movements. Your body also reveals your skin's color and tone and even gives clues of your nationality. For example, first, 3. Gesture and symbols. Both symbols and gesture can communicate the information effectively when even without any speech. First, second, 3, 4, 4. A communication is a very important aspect in communicating your message. In the movement of your eyes can express your message clearly. For example, first, second, third, 4, 5. Touch. Touch is one of the most effective way of conveying message. Example, holding hands, shaking hands, hugging, kissing, patting, caressing, hugs, pulling hair. 6. Paralanguage. Paralanguage is the vocal dimension of speech, but even it is also considered as nonverbal communication. Thank you for watching my slide presentation. Alright, this is all I can say more. My last apologies. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.